VTuber Crash Out is crazy by Rest Says Desu. Of course, we're talking about Twisty from Miji Sanji EN here. Apparently, and I have to say this, no matter what you think of what she said, I have to say this. I need to say this, right, for what happened. Whether you like what she said or not, that's not the point. But the friends that she talked to in private, recording and leaking audio, do not have any balls. I don't like these people. That is some... that is some loser, backstabber type energy. I do not fuck with these people, regardless of what she said or not.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we're going to be talking about the Niji Sanji Ian Liver Twisty Amano Zako, who's facing a lot of controversy right now thanks to a leaked call they had from about a year ago where they said some disparaging things about many different groups, including Indians.
Yeah, she went over everything. Indians, trans people, gay people, just men also. She went over everyone. She did not care in that call.
Men, trans people, and even their own fans, and a lot of people in the Niji Sanji fan base are very upset, and they are demanding that something be done to her. Now, her experience with Niji Sanji has been a pretty turbulent one. She's only been there for about a year, but a lot has happened.
Oh yeah, she was there for about a year, because after that, there's no recovery for this one. There is no recovery. There is no way she can recover from this. Maybe she goes completely, if she goes, indie, then maybe she can recover, but like this, nah.
In the beginning, where there's some controversies with several things she said, but recently it's been a bit odd. She's only streamed once in the past 6 months, which is obviously not a good sign for an agency VTuber. And she also recently streamed on her past life account, which for those who are not familiar with the terminology, past life just means your former account you used before you joined a VTuber
Delulu Deliria. That is certainly Delulu
agency. And I'll tell you this, 9 times out of 10 when someone streams on their past life account while they're still at a corporation,
yeah, I think it's over. I don't think add that I hate the newest war. Yeah, usually when somebody's streaming in their past live account or their old account, it's usually over. Like there's usually no way you can, like, they are no longer at that, because like remember, that for agencies, you cannot stream in your old account or anywhere else. Yeah.
It's probably not going to end well. Typically, that doesn't happen unless they're getting ready to leave. And the fact that she's only streamed once in the past 6 months or so at Niji Sanji, it's not really a great sign of how things are going. Now, what I'm referring to today, which is causing this controversy, is this upload of a leaked call she had. In blue is Twisty, by the way, and she's in a call with 2 other people. I believe at least one of them is a VTuber as well. And in this, she's going to say some controversial stuff that has the Niji Sanji fans really up at arms. And I will say this because it is now confirmed this is not a fake call. Twisty has come out and confirmed the authenticity of this call.
Yeah, people were like saying that it's potentially AI and stuff. Well, we can clearly tell that it is confirmed because she apologized. Whether that apology is genuine or not, we do not know because we can't look inside her head. Maybe she has changed from a year ago and is not the same person that she was a year ago. We cannot tell. We do not know. All we know is that this is what we have.
Herself in an apology that we'll look at later in this video, an apology that is not going over very well with the Niji Sanji fan base. But anyways, let's jump right into the call.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Twitter's useless, but just to
basically me talking to Epic for like an entire 2 hours. But it's not that bad either.
Well, talking to an Indian sounds pretty terrible.
Okay.
We have a little turbulence at the start of this flight.
Yeah, the fan is going crazy in the background. I can't hear shit.
So she's saying talking to an Indian sounds pretty terrible, referring to this fan who apparently is Indian.
Damn, bro. Oh my god. Talking to an Indian sounds terrible. What the fuck? Again. Just a normal day for Indians, I guess.
And, well, that seems to be a theme throughout this video. She doesn't seem to have the best things to say about Indians, and if you're waking...
You know that meme of like a dog with like a dog, like a wiener dog, and like the caption, "Not too fond of gay people"? This is Twisty, but with Indians, not too fond of Indian people. This is crazy. Like, hearing this the second time now, it sounds crazier than it did before.
Waking up today and you're an Indian Niji Sanji fan, you're probably having a tough day. Let's just be honest, but let's keep going with the clip.
To be fair, you know what I'm really happy about? Bint. Bint is a huge Twisty fan. And I hate Bint with a fiery, burning passion. It's not a good few days for Bint either. And I allegedly hate all races, okay? It happens. Hey, that's true equality. I hate everyone.
Also, sorry for the terrible audio in the background. Apparently, Twisty is playing League, which probably explains a lot, right? Like, obviously, if you're playing League, you're having a tough time. You're probably going to be very toxic and angry, so, you know, just keep that in mind.
Don't be a red light, okay?
Well, I hate Epic and I hate his kind, so...
That is some disgusting shit. That is some disgusting shit. Oh my god. This guy, oh my god, bro.
I feel like, did you say something to him? Because he stopped sending me stuff.
Like money or what?
No, porn.
Yeah, I feel like...
Huh? Did I forget that? Did I overhear that? I haven't heard this far into it. What the fuck? What kind of corn?
Everyone's gonna gloss over that. So the person in blue is someone else on the call. Apparently it's a VTuber. And she says that her fans stopped interacting, and they're like, Twisty's like, what were you receiving? Like money or... No, it was poontang. It's a little odd, right? I don't think that's the healthiest relationship between a content creator and one of their fans, but to each their own, I guess.
Why are you sending... Was she sending corn to him, or he to her? And whose corn is it? Is it stuff from her to him? Is it art from her to him? There's no explanation.
Yes, just wanted to point that out quickly.
A bear or Epic? I don't remember saying anything to Epic, but I probably have called it. I've definitely called him a creep, but I don't know how recent.
Stop.
Like, I definitely haven't spoken to him in months.
I think Epic is like attached to my She model.
I think so too.
Cause it was like...
I think he's a pedophile and an Indian.
I cannot wait to meet him, Myra.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, this is getting... Whoa. Whoa. That is crazy. This is a generational crash out.
Oh my lord. She is brutal, man.
Should have like a little meet and greet.
He's really likes she.
Is Epic living?
Yeah, why?
I swear to God, if he shows up to my meet and greet, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm not even kidding.
Wait, why?
Whoa! Ooh, that is crazy. How can you? Okay. I don't know what this fan did. You know, that fan might actually have done some crazy. You know, that fan might have some crazy parasocial behavior. Right? He does weird shit. Okay. I can understand not liking the dude, but at this point, just get rid of him? Like, why are you still interacting with the dude? I mean, a couple of months ago, but still. Like, if somebody became creepy, like, if somebody that was watching me became creepy in my DMs, you're getting the block immediately. Like, what the heck?
Why? Imagine being one of these, the fans that are directly mentioned. Like, this is, how your Oshi, your favorite VTuber, is talking about you behind the scene. That's gotta be brutal.
Okay, I'm sure he's not gonna go, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know how far it is from him, but I feel like solely to piss me off, that is something he would do.
Like,
And I can meet him there. It'll be perfect.
no. I suggest not meeting him. I don't know.
We can bond over our mutual obsession.
Oh my god.
You can tell who he is because the stench of brown will just be all over the place.
What the fuck, bro? Bro, that is okay, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Okay. I rebuke your demons, what the fuck? That's crazy. Damn, that's almost as bad as Anissa talks about items.
It'll just smell like fucking curry and you'll know it's him.
If I have a few Indians watching, I rebuke this demon. She's not one of us. I'm sorry. This is crazy.
Wait, I don't think he's...
Yeah, that doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. Now, like, I know on social media, if there's like a hierarchy of safe, edgy races to make fun of, it's like white people and then Indians, but I don't necessarily think she's gonna have an easy time dealing with these statements that she made here. But it reminds me too of like Uki Violetta. For those who are not familiar with Niji Sanji, he's one of their livers who I believe there's like a 6-minute compilation of him just completely bastardizing white people and straight people. And clearly, like, some...
Yeah, nobody's really doing anything. That's true. Nobody really said that. I feel like the huge problem is you have, like, in, like, the safe racist group, you have Indians. First, number one spot, you can always joke about them as white people. Then it's, like, Indians. And then it's I feel like some countries like Japan, for example, those are also safe being racist towards. But yeah, I don't agree with anything she says here. That is crazy. That is evil. I'm gonna be honest, that's evil.
Some set of white people out there, they broke his mind because he just hates white people. He's very open and honest about it. And the way Niji Sanji fans reacted to that was not surprising. I think they're a very woke.
Happy and with admiration, yeah. In this case, Niji Sanji fans are hypocritical. Because why you have a crash out when Twisty talks about Indians like that, but not when Uki talks about white people like that? That doesn't click. But then again, it's weird. It's weird. Though to be fair, I don't see how the backlash is gonna be significant enough to drive Twisty away from just saying.
Fan base, a lot of virtue signaling, and they completely...
I think she can recover from this regardless, but that's still crazy that she says it like that. I think both of these should not be at Niji Sanji now. Just my take.
Completely forgave him. Not even forgave him. They thought what he said was great. They were happy he said that. But now we're seeing Twisty saying stuff about Indians as well as trans people, as we'll see. And all of a sudden now they're starting to say, hey, wait a minute.
Like, I'm not justifying what she does. Obviously not. I'm just saying that I don't like the double standard. Like, be consistent with it.
That's not so nice. It's very funny to see how that plays out in their fan base.
It smells like curry, it's all. Okay.
Really?
Okay, Epic just messaged me.
People like Epic and Bear should honestly die.
Bro, I would love to have the context of who this epic person is that warrants this type of behavior. That this type of behavior appears. I am curious to know what is going on. Like, you can't make this up. How can you behave like this? Oh my god.
Epic is literally just a fucking parasocial creep who's trying to flirt with VTubers because he cannot have sex IRL.
I don't know.
Stars never fall.
He's obsessed with streamers.
I don't know. I think he's just lonely, I guess.
So here's the thing I just want to point out. There's 3 people in the call, right? Obviously, Twisty didn't leak her own call, so it leaves the 2 other people in the call. And the guy in it seems pretty neutral about things. But the person in blue, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like they're posturing in a certain way that's trying to make themselves look like the good person, and they're trying to set up Twisty in many different ways. And I'm not saying anything that Twisty's saying is okay or great or anything like that. I just think that this was a very intentional move to try to get her.
I agree. Because, like, if this was just casual, right? Again, this is a, I assume, Discord call that was secretly recorded, right? So my question goes to, like, people in general. Think. Was he saying here okay? No. Is the private recording and then leaking it later okay? Definitely also no. I just have, this has to be a setup because it was recorded. So there was some intention in doing it, in recording it. The question is why leaking, I guess leaking it a year later, because already Twisty was apparently in this case struggling with Niji Sanji anyways already. So leaking it now would just put the nail in the coffin. Interesting.
To say bad stuff in a private call she didn't expect to be recorded, and she's kind of leaning into a lot of the stuff she's saying. And of course, like, if this is how she talks, like, clearly the person, or both the people in the call, they know this is the type of stuff she says. So it's just odd to see how much they're posturing this conversation. Just something to point out.
No, he's a fucking loser. He is a manipulative loser.
Just,
who doesn't even send you money, so you should drop him.
Literal pay pigs.
Isn't that for almost all VTubers, female VTubers at least? Pay pigs, oftentimes. It just, like, in her case, she just wants them to pay. The Nichi Sanji watchers, certainly, they don't give a fuck. Like, for Nichi Sanji, it's over anyways, right? She won't be returning to Nichi Sanji. That's right. That's not happening. And for everyone else, it's really just, I don't think the backlash from this will be enough, because again, it's not a protected group, and that not protected group is Indians. So I think more people will not have an issue with her saying this stuff, really. It is what it is. I have money milkers. For real. Like, at least be grateful. At least be grateful.
He told me his brother died.
Who cares?
Oh my, okay, nah, this bitch is never mind, this bitch is evil. This bitch is evil, never mind, never mind, this bitch is evil. This bitch is evil.
She is harsh, dude.
When is your meet and greet with?
This weekend, yeah.
You should get her free tickets as a birthday present.
I don't even think I can get myself tickets.
Why not?
Because my company hates me.
So,
I mean, that's very accurate. That's very accurate for Nichi Sanji. They hate their own people.
obviously she's talking about Niji Sanji, and this call, as she confirms, was from within the last year. So obviously very early on in her career with Niji Sanji. So it's pretty interesting to see that she already had this negative view of her company that early on. So clearly things have not been going great. And obviously looking at her recent streaming lineup with her official Niji Sanji account, things clearly aren't going that well if you're only streaming once in 6 months, where basically that's their primary responsibility in the company, is to live stream.
feel like you overlook that factor a lot.
Oh my god.
And then the fan comes.
Oh, not the fan again. Why she's sound half asleep? That's what League does to a motherfucker.
Wife,
man,
the
the
new
audio on
fucking Brave group wave is so
Brave
bad.
is another
I'm
huge
actually
Brave
like
issue, by the way.
shocked. I don't know how the fuck they got in, because genuinely, it's like the worst I've ever seen.
Wait, the
Like, the one girl,
Oh,
she
dear.
literally, I need to send you her videos. I'm not even being mean, wife. Like, I'm genuinely, like, shocked and kind of pissed off. I don't even get a fucking call back. And this girl, who literally, the worst I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. Like, it's bad.
Wait,
She
what
has,
are you
like,
talking about?
trans rights in her Twitter bio, which I feel like should be a red flag for any VTuber company if you're talking about that stuff publicly.
Pattern recognition would tell us there's some truth to that. I mean, a lot of the drama.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That is a red flag, yeah. Because you're, like, if you're a professional, that just shouldn't be there in general. You should just literally do your job. Yeah, there's some truth to that, but that doesn't excuse the first part, holy shit.
That is caused in the VTubing scene originates from people who like to virtue signal on Twitter. I don't think that's like the craziest thing I've ever heard. But understand, again, in the Niji Sanji fan base, saying anything like this is like, it's gonna make them very mad, okay? And I think there's a lot of irony too. A lot of people in the Niji Sanji fan base, they're trying to defend all this stuff and twist it. And it's funny to see, like, I've dealt with the Niji Sanji fan base. They're very unhinged. They love to engage in life ruination, right? They see people like me make fun of someone's pronouns.
Oh yeah, bring it. Bring the Nijis. I'm ready, I'm fighting.
Pronouns in their Twitter bio because they identify as an it's, right? And they want my sponsors pulled. They want me deplatformed. They want me, honestly, game-ended. And then Twisty says stuff like this, and they're like, hold on, wait a minute. What? There's
got to be some explanation, reasonable explanation to this. One of our people, that can't be. There has to be some explanation to this. Yep, one of your people.
more to this. There's got to be more context. Let her explain herself. It's just funny to see the difference of how they treat these things. And if anyone else they didn't like said stuff like this, they would want them ruined. But there's still a very large portion of their fan base that's like, let's not be quick to judgment on this one.
Wait.
And she doesn't really stream, but she uploaded some YouTube videos, and
Wait, are they, like,
really
are
terrible
they-
covers.
Are they
I want to
like,
know who this girl is, by the way.
like
Who are they talking
VTuber?
about?
No, Brave Girl.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know who she's referring to, but I've never really interacted with Brave in general, so I wouldn't know.
I don't
Like,
know.
she's for the new wave that's gonna debut soon.
I don't know, maybe they saw something in them.
I don't know what the fuck they would see in her. Like, they must be blind.
Well, I don't know, it's objective, I guess.
No.
I'm telling you, the posturing, man. Like, am I wrong about this?
Like, objectively, it's really bad.
I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe to not seem as the bad guy here, maybe. The question is, does she do that, like, actively? Does she do that on purpose, or is it something that happens just in her head automatically? I don't know.
Bad wife. Like, I will send you it and you'll understand. Like,
Like,
it is just very bad.
okay, that's why it's because the company, like, they really want to make money, right? So they're looking for people that can do the lewd ASMR.
I don't even think this girl can do lewd ASMR, or do you mean, like, the one you're talking about?
Oh, no, I'm just talking about the CEO person.
Oh, yeah.
Lewd ASMR. How about she is like cute in her own way?
She's not cute in her own way, wife. I'm not kidding. Like, I could not get through this. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's shocked. I cannot believe that she was hired. Like, I'm not even like just being mean, because
I've seen this quote everywhere on social media.
I'm transphobic.
No,
like,
part of it's that.
no, it's not. You watched the video.
I know.
I can't. I think it's cute.
Like it's so wait. How casual she says that.
How about she is like cute in her own way?
She's not cute in her own way, wife. I'm not kidding. Like, I could not get through this. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's shocked. I cannot believe that she was hired. Like, I'm not even like just being mean, because
I've seen this quote everywhere on social media.
I'm trans.
Not even like just being mean because I'm transphobic. Oh my. At this point it's just funny. At this point it's just funny. I feel nothing towards her.
Transphobic.
No,
like,
part of it's that.
no, it's not. You watched the video.
I know.
I can't. I think it's cute. Well, your legs are really long though.
They're so. It doesn't make sense because the upper like half of my body is so compact, and then you just have the longest fucking legs on the planet. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
So for some context here, apparently she likes having lolly VTuber models, and she's essentially saying that Niji Sanji would not allow her to have that model because, or that type of model, because it'll upset the fan base, which, yeah, kind of makes...
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't interact with it. I don't care, really. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't consume it, really. I don't give a rat's ass. Do whatever you want. But yeah, it makes sense that Niji Sanji would not want this, and the fans would not want this. Like, that makes sense. So why you could... Like, okay. At the same time, I have to say this. You are retarded if you join a company that you do not like. Like, you gotta be retarded to join a company that you do not like. Like, if you want that kind of model, just... Why are you becoming part of Niji-san? Why don't you just stay an indie instead? I mean, you literally, in the beginning, you used a lolly model. At that point, bro... At that point, just stop and go back to your original account. What is the problem? I mean, props for admitting she's transphobic, I guess. At least, okay. At least she has the balls. Well, does she have the balls? Is it really admitting it if it's a recorded call? I wouldn't call it admitting it, right? She's not like going on her Twisty account saying, in caps, I am transphobic. Fear me. This is leaked, right?
Makes sense given how they behave.
He kind of look like me. Cause I have like remember like the raccoon wanted me to have like...
Oh yeah, he wanted to have long,
legs.
sexy legs.
Yeah, but I think I look cute.
It's literally only because their audience are all fucking Twitter trannies, and they don't want to piss them off.
Shots fired. Oh my god. Oh my. She is such. She's okay. She is rough around the edges. That's crazy.
Which is fucking weird, because none of those people watch me anyways, so why should I care about, like, them being pissed off? Like, it's so stupid.
Why should they care about you being pissed off?
Then why'd they hire me?
Why did you want to get hired then? You could answer the reverse question. If you don't agree with them, why? The question is not why did they hire you? Well, obviously they don't know that you think that way, right? If you think that, why did you get hired by them? The way she's talking kind of annoys me, as if she's trying to talk while sucking a thumb. She's like just like, there's just no energy into it. She just straight up yaps that out, completely dry.
I said this when I talked about her with a different controversy she was involved with when she first started with Niji Sanji, and like given her past life and like her personality, she's very unhinged. I think it's pretty obvious here.
I can tell. I can tell that she is very unhinged. I can tell that she's very unhinged. Like, I can see that. We can hear that. Bro, this woman is nuts. And that's what men are into. Crazy bitches.
I was just like, does a corporation feel like a good fit for someone like this? I am genuinely surprised that she was there in the first place. That's not like a critique of her content or her ability to entertain people. I'm just saying, like, people like this, especially if you're edgier.
If you behave like that, right? If you behave like that, why the fuck are you in an agency? Like, why are you in an agency? Like, let's be honest. Face Connect is more on the unhinged side. But even Face Connect would not pick her. I think it's maybe because she's not trying to talk cute. She's not playing a character, right? She talks normally. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. She talks normally, the way she would talk normally. Like, again, remember, this is a leaked Discord call.
I don't know why you'd want to be in a corporation, especially Niji Sanji, whose fan base is extremely pro cancel culture, stuff like that.
For fun.
I mean, they literally tried to cancel, or currently, are they still? Well, they did try, at least, to cancel Scarlet for drinking Starbucks a year ago. Or something like that. In Japan. Do with that what you will. That's how bad this audience is.
Like, maybe they could have looked into the future and, like, realized that the girl who talked about wanting to be a lolly wanted to be a lolly. I don't know. That just kind of seems weird to me.
I feel like it's pretty obvious that they knew that, based on what they were talking to you about.
Okay, no, it's because they want to hire you, right? But then they're like, okay,
they just fucking lied to me, pretty much. They literally just lied to me.
No, it's because they wanted to hire you.
Yeah, so they lied.
Okay, well, it's fine. You can get a lolly model next time.
They're never gonna give me a fucking lolly model. Like, it makes me so mad. And everybody wonders.
Again, why are you there? Like, why, bro, why are you there? Why, if you don't like being, this is like the anime tourist that enters anime but only has watched shonen and then complains about everything else that isn't shonen and says like, this is gooner bait, or this is why are they in high school, and it's like, why are you there if you don't like it? Why are you there? If she wants to be a lolly so bad, she can leave the company and be one. It's not a difficult situation. It is not. Like, why are you there? They will never give you one. It's very simple. Because their fan base does not like that. Why are you there?
Wonders why I don't want to stream. Like, my fans are fucking retarded.
Imagine you watch her, right? Every single stream. Every single stream. Every single stream. And then you hear this, and she just fucking tells you you are retarded. Imagine, guys. Hey, yeah, I just say that normally, but regardless, bro. That is crazy.
And they're upset that I spam collabs all day. Have you ever?
That's the part that is crazy though. Like, if you're a fan of her, she just called you mentally challenged because you don't give her enough money.
You remember? You know what that reminds me of? Do you guys remember the clips of the Twitch women, of the Twitch thoughts saying that they need more money? They should pay them more money, like for their entertainment. Do we not remember that? Same energy. I don't honestly W.
Like, I don't know. That wouldn't sit right with me personally, but I don't know.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I'd be out. Nah, I like, if I were watching like Kirsche, and Kirsche would just call everyone in her community a mentally just a retard that is mentally challenged, yeah, I'd be out too. I'd be out too. Not gonna lie, I'd be out too. There's the lolly VTuber mods. Does that mean there's Shota ones as well? I never heard about those. There should be ones too. But I think male VTubers either go like me. I'm more of the exception. Actually, they either go hunk or femboy or I guess something in between. But that's usually what they go for. But I think they do exist as well. But they are much rarer.
To each their own, I guess.
Never considered. It's because none of you like send me any money at all. Like, it's just crazy to me that they don't understand like the connection. And I mean, I can't blame them because they're all like underage kids, and that's Niji Sanji's fan base. But why do you want to pander to those people? Those ugly fucking models that they pay nothing for. Take all of our income.
True.
Like, I'm so sick of pronouns.
For those who don't know, by the way, Niji Sanji has kind of an infamous factoid about them that's been shared by former talents where apparently when it comes to merch, in most cases, the talents get 2% of the revenue.
Just imagine you make merchandise. And of that merchandise, and you get just 2%. Just 2%? That is crazy. Well, we are at it. Haven't seen any VTubers either. Maybe because someone will try to cancel them. Really? I think there are some. I could be wrong, but I think there are some. But yeah, I think those are more on the rare side, especially for the canceling aspect. Because remember, if you have a tan, which in this case that those characters have a tan, usually that means you will be considered black whether you like it or not.
So let's say $100 of merch is sold, they get $2. That is Niji Sanji in a nutshell. But anyways,
fucking lame. Why are all men just men lame?
I don't know.
Like, they're literally all the same. Bear has a fucking mental breakdown because he thinks that we're actually dating or something. And he messages me and spams me non-stop because he can't understand.
Okay, guys are just, I'm gonna put...
Yeah, men are fucking mentally ill and I think they should all die, honestly.
What the fuck? What did you... Oh, bro! Okay, never mind. Bro, this bitch is incredibly unhinged. And I'm gonna say this, there's gonna people who sim for her regardless and will continue to watch her on her past life. Oh my god, well, Trent! That's crazy. Oh my god, whoa. Whoa. This chick is evil. That is not just unhinged, that's just straight up evil. That's some items kind of energy.
Now you pissed me off. Okay. So that was the end of the clip where she says all men are mentally ill and should die. It's not great. Not the best quote ever, but the reactions to this leak are completely mixed. Some people are shocked and horrified and they never want to support her again, but then you see comments down here, everyone's saying she's based and all this stuff. Saying how much, I mean, this is just like in a row, right? The amount of...
Hello, holy face, actually. Hello, base department. What the fuck? Homies. These are probably all men. Boys, she hates us. Do you really want to give her money?
A lot of people reacting like this, and people on Twitter have varying reactions, like this person with 4,500 likes saying, transphobic but joins Niji Sanji, hates underage fans because they're Twitter T-words and don't send her money. Wants to be a lolly but calls the target audience predators, racist towards her own fan, thinks all men should die, hates drama tuber audience. Who exactly is she trying to appeal to? And, well, eventually she would return to her past life account, the Delulu persona she has, and she has confirmed that this stuff was real. And that was kind of my my hesitation earlier today, thinking it could be possible that the leak was faked, that someone was impersonating her. Some people were even saying it was AI, which I never really thought. But a lot of people are trying to figure out ways that would basically call into question the authenticity of what's been leaked. But no, she came out here with a long apology.
Too long, ain't reading that. Sorry that happened, or congratulations. It just occurred to me, Poke, Deer does care about me to a degree because he told you about my hip. Deer, as much as he doesn't want to seem like it, Deer's a big softie, I feel like. Beware, some VTubers are unhinged. I am unhinged. Sometimes. I feel like there's some people who say base for everything. Try to use your hands instead of toilet paper based. Yeah, some people just they just rage bait and just put based under anything. Like, oh, I just shot somebody based. That's truly based. Some people just like NPC level behavior.
Saying this was a recording of her from almost a year ago and she wants to address it. She basically says, I'm going to make it very quick for you guys. She is someone who says she doesn't stand by this stuff. She was in a place of protectiveness and frustration over some things going on, and she said things that she doesn't really believe. And she's someone who lives in America, and even in just 2025 alone, she's witnessed many injustices towards marginalized communities. Things that I cannot unsee or ignore. Okay, Nelson Mandela. But she goes on.
Okay, Nelson Mandela. I heard that one before. Okay. I kind of feel like you don't actually mean that. I kind of feel like you don't actually mean that. Which is why you made the apology. But I'm gonna be straight up honest. You should have not apologized to begin with. I feel like the statement doesn't actually mean anything, and I think she doesn't mean the statement, the apology. In this case, I definitely do believe that she's lying here, or I'm more inclined to believe that she's lying. Look at this. I'm just a girl who wants to stream and have fun with her friends and fans. I don't know about the fans here. Think about cute seals and cute girls. Shut the fuck up, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. I know what you are. You are not sorry because... you're not sorry because you actually think what you did was bad. You're sorry because you got caught. Everyone is going through a tough time, so now you'll be cancelled. Same logic. This is so dumb for real.
On to say she doesn't hate her fans and all this stuff, but here's the problem as always. When you apologize to the type of people who are greatly offended by this, they're not going to accept it anyways. Bro took a whole ass year to own up. Wrap it up, guys. Hell no, I better not see anyone accepting this apology, not even a year ago. Recently, you don't just say stuff like that when you're upset. That's actually insane. Saying you've changed is just a straight up lie. You don't change from being a transphobic and racist, etc. that fast. You're only sorry because you got caught. If you had changed since a year ago, we all would have already seen the change. Alas, after wiping your account clean, which she did, it's very easy to then claim you have changed. Frankly speaking, I want you out of this community for good. If you are not any of the people affected by this, it is not your apology to accept, by the way. If you forgive her based on her words alone, kindly unfollow me. Poor choice of words, by the way, if you're not affected, because she said all men should die. So half the population just...
Half the population is affected. That is already... I guess women are not affected. I guess women, the other half, is not affected. I guess. I'm gonna be straight up honest here. She's gonna get kicked out of Niji-Sanji officially. She's gonna return. She's going to return to her past live account. And there's two options. Either she will better herself, not act like that, or she will go full unhinged. There's two versions of this. But I don't think she's gonna disappear. I don't hate my fans. You're all retards there. Yeah, nah. But I think people will still There will be plenty of dudes who will be okay with this and still throw money at her. That's just the truth.
Got the right to accept the apology or not. So I don't really know what this person's trying to do here, but you can see what's going on. The people who are upset about this, they're going to still be upset. They're not going to accept the apology. Also, I think in terms of where she's doing this, the fact that she's apologizing on her past life account, I think, again, that's another confirmation. Things probably aren't going to go on much longer with Niji Sanji because, yeah, if you're this involved with your past life account and making apologies on there, that tells me you're probably preparing to move over there permanently. I don't think that...
Yeah, I think she's going to move there permanently and then just go full ham.
That's too surprising, but... yeah, people are very polarized by this leak, and of course you're free to think whatever you want about this leak and the reaction to it. Of course, feel free to share those thoughts in the comments section down below, but I think this is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.
Huh. I mean, yes, obviously, but I feel like the masses need a reminder. Very true, very true. I really missed being here. We missed you too. So here's what I think. Nothing much is gonna come from that, I'll be honest. I think even before this was leaked, it was already very apparent that she would not longer stay with Niji Sanji, considering that she hadn't streamed for like ages. And I think she will continue on her past live account. I don't think much comes from this. And to be fair, I feel like she is a really disgusting person. Let's not sugarcoat it. What she said in that is definitely disgusting. Though I think the apology was silly. The apology was silly. Because you're apologizing to the wrong people. Because they don't care. Niji Sanji audience doesn't care. At the same time, I can also say that whoever leaked that is still, regardless, a piece of shit. I hate everyone in this situation. Let's keep it simple. I hate everyone in this situation. I don't like anybody in this situation. I guess the dude was like, okay, I'll just listen to her yap, but that's it. But I don't like anyone in this situation. The chick that leaked it, Twisty herself, both of those people suck. Regardless, like, comment, subscribe.